Welcome everybody to the Join Dota League Season number 4. It is the Asian Division 1 and 2 playoffs, Awake versus Underminer, Regal. It is a best of 3 series, so we'll see how many games we're actually going to be able to cast or watch here. Whether it be 2-0 for either side, or maybe, just maybe, this will actually be a proper best of 3 going the distance to the third game. But coming into this, from past performances, I would say Awake might be the slight favorites, but then again, they are running with a couple of stand-ins. So, I guess things get a little bit more iffy with that. And I have to say I haven't seen Awake for some time, whereas Regal, they did well, but they didn't have the greatest of performances either when I last saw them, so don't really know what to expect too much here. But since it's Southeast Asian Dota, I'm expecting some weird picks at the very least, and just epic action going on, probably. Maybe not CIS level action, but should be enjoyable nonetheless. But looking at the bans, Broodmother eliminated first by Awake, whereas Regal chose to ban out the Naga Siren. Awake, they're a team that can definitely run the Naga. Meepo is also a hero that they have picked up rather often. Maybe not with the stand-ins that they have at the moment, but Brewmaster was the second ban from Awake. So far, nothing really too out of the ordinary. I guess the Naga Siren is more team specific than any other ban here, so can't say it's over surprising. But now a Juggernaut as well. Juggernaut definitely is a hero at the moment that, ever since he got buffed with 6.83, people have definitely started picking him up more often. Actually, a lot more often than before. Juggernaut can be an extremely strong hero, and if he takes off, it's going to be extremely hard to stop him, especially if he just maybe even gets an Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter isn't the best item choice for every single game, and you really have to have a nice timing with the Aghanim Scepter so that it will actually be useful as well. And depending on what you're up against, it might not do anything at all. Last time I saw the Juggernaut, he had a really early Aghanim Scepter before he was even level 11, just because he had free farm on the safe lane. But then suddenly, Skyref Mage happened. Every single time Juggernaut came in, pretty much, he got silenced. In a couple of fights, yes, he actually got the Omni Slash off as well, but in most fights, he was just silenced and nuked down immediately. But now Awake, they do start with a Vengeful Spirit, leaving Regal to maybe pick up a Tidehunter, for example, if they want to go for just a standard solid offlaner. Centaur could be possible as well. As far as supports go though, Ogre Magi, Skyref Mage, or if not, I guess you can go for something maybe a little bit more exotic even. Not too sure if it's entirely necessary to go for them at the first phase though. So Tidehunter will be the first. Are we gonna see the Skyref Mage second? I mean, Skyref Mage is definitely almost always a good support to have. Great movement speed, which makes it so that you have easy roam. Concussive Shot has a huge range as well for the slow, to just actually go ganking. And Arcane Bolts, even early on, do quite a lot of damage, with almost no mana just necessary for that. So Skyref Mage definitely wouldn't be bad. Witch Doctor could also be a possibility. But they're going for a Death Prophet, a hero that, oh god, I don't even remember when I last saw her, just because she just got nerfed, and although straight after the nerfs she was still extremely popular, slowly but surely she just whittled away, and suddenly nobody picked a Death Prophet anymore. Well, almost nobody, that is. It's not to say that it's not a strong hero or anything, especially if they have the Ravage and the Exorcism both off cooldown. You just go to the tower, you pop the Exorcism, and if Awake dare come contest us, you're gonna pop the Ravage in their face. Exorcism will be there in the fight as well. With that though, there's always the kind of worry that, let's say Awake, they're like, screw this, we're gonna sacrifice this tower. If it's outer towers, it's probably gonna make more sense for Awake to do so. But they might be waiting for the tower to go down, but yet, if the tower goes down, that also means that the Exorcism will time out. And once the Exorcism ends, Awake, especially now having picked up the Ember Spirit, they can easily give chase. Ember Spirit can just come in with a Remnant, Sleight of Fist, Searing Change, and you can catch at least one, maybe even more, depending on when the Exorcism actually ends in correlation with the tower going down. But they can definitely play the style that once Exorcism on cooldown, even if they have the Ravage, without the Exorcism for Regal, they might not have enough damage. Of course, that will also depend on the next heroes that they will go for. For Awake though, I'd expect maybe something like a Chikiro to be banned out now. Although Chikiro's Liquid Fire got nerfed, I think it's still a strong enough ability to just make it so that you wouldn't want the Death Prophet and the Jakiro to be on the same team. I guess you can try to ban out something like a Venomancer, although I highly doubt that they're gonna go for one anyway. Faceless Void definitely makes sense as well. Additional Lockdown, and although Ember Spirit as just a core who would definitely, Faceless Void who would definitely want to catch in the Chronosphere, Ember Spirit does have, just if he has the reactions for it at least, just pop your activate Fire Remnant and suddenly you're not in the Chronosphere when it comes out. Just because Chronosphere, first of all, the Faceless Void has to come close to you and usually you see him time walking in. And then the Chronosphere itself has a slight cast time as well. So within that duration, Ember Spirit usually has the chance to just make it out when he has a Remnant placed already. If he has to react with actually, first of all, sending a Remnant out and then activating the Fire Remnant to get to it, it might be a little bit too slow, but even then, it might just be enough. Depending on what angle the Faceless Void is coming in from and where the Ember Spirit actually sent his Fire Remnant. Or let's say if the Time Walk actually connected on the Ember Spirit, slowing him down, which means the Remnant is a little bit slower as well. But Regal themselves starts with a Viper ban and Awake, banning out the Terror Blade. I guess Terror Blade is kind of a nasty hero, also pretty good for pushing, especially with the Metamorphosis, just Conjure Image, creating those mass illusions. And although illusions did get nerfed in the sense that, or just with their ability to push down buildings, when you have that many illusions and you're doing that much damage yourself, you're still pushing extremely fast, even if it got nerfed. But Regal now, what the hell will they themselves ban out? Something like a Dazzle might not even be the worst kind of hero for Awake, to be honest. Great in keeping people alive with the Shadow Wave. The Weave is one of the better abilities probably to deal with the Death Prophet. Before you go into a fight, at least when you can do so when you're pushing high ground yourself, defending high ground, you just group up, activate the Weave, and you don't have to like group up that much. You don't want to clump up completely just because you're up against a Tidehunter, but you just start stacking up the bonus armor, wait a little bit, and then go into the fight when you already have like almost half the duration on the Weave, maybe a little bit less so that it would actually last a little bit longer in the fight as well. But now Regal going for a Lion, and Lion will be rather crucial in killing off the Ember Spirit. Just hex him up, Earth Spike to follow, and Finger of Death can definitely just burn through the Ember Guard, the Flame Guard almost immediately. But Awake now, their offlaner will be the center, so they're going for a rather aggressive approach themselves. Also, any kind of Blink Initiation is going to be excellent for them when dealing with a push coming in from Regal. But Regal, will they even go for more push? Are we going to see the Jakiro or maybe like a Venomancer support? Maybe, just maybe even go for a Shadow Shaman, or both Lion and Shadow Shaman though would like to get some farm. So maybe a hero that, whoa, actually going for a Dazzle for themselves. At the moment, they don't have like any illusion based heroes or unit based heroes. So they don't have anything that the Shadow Wave can bounce off from. But with the Dazzle and Lion now, and having the Death Prophet already, Tidehunter for the offlane, can Regal even be thinking of a Lycan? It hasn't been banned out, and Awake, I wouldn't be extremely surprised if they did ban it out now. Especially since Dazzle does synergize a little bit with the Lycan when the Lycan has the Wolves, especially if he has the Necrobook as well. Lots of targets for the Shadow Wave, and Shadow Wave actually is a highly damaging nuke, especially if you're up against the IO that Awake just picked up. I mean, IO, low base armor, health pool is like maybe decent-ish, but IO into a Lion as well. I guess IO can just try to act as a lightning rod, kind of, just taking in the nukes from the Lion and sacrificing his own life, but that's usually not the case. IO, you want to stay alive as long as you possibly can, just to get the maximum amount of tether value with the heal and the mana from it. As Regal now, banning out a Tiny, definitely a strong combination with the IO. And just IO Tiny late game. Goddamn, Regal would have to go for something magical, but Slark gets banned out at Regal, almost an immediate Medusa pickup. I guess Medusa is decent-ish, but it just means that they might not go for like the most fast-paced kind of Dota. Although Death Prophet definitely can push, but you can play it a little bit slower as well. Death Prophet can farm up fairly fast just because he has the creep swarm to clear up creep waves. And now stacking Ancients for Regal will be even better just because both the Medusa and Tidehunter can farm them up, maybe even together if they want to at one point. So, what will Awake pick up? It's going to be a Gyrocopter IO combination. Unfortunately, no CK to be seen, but Gyrocopter definitely can output a hell of a lot of damage. Even Medusa's mana shield might start to struggle a little bit if you get hit by the homing missile, call down to follow, and the rocket barrage being there as well. Also, Awake now have a pretty decent amount of late game themselves, especially Gyrocopter in the real late stages of the game. I mean, Medusa has the split shot, but Gyrocopter has the flak cannon. Split shots, of course, you don't have charges on it. Whereas flak cannon, I do believe it's like 6 right clicks on the max out level. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's 5, but it is 6, all is good. But it's the range is a little bit bigger than the Medusa, so it's situational which hero is going to be stronger in the late game. But of course Ember Spirit also a beast there. So Underminer, they're gonna have to get their lockdowns on the Ember Spirit for sure. Of course, if Lion gets a Blink Hex is gonna be great against really anybody on Awake. But now, as we actually are in the game, to introduce the lineups for Underminer, Regal, JNY playing the Tidehunter, leaving Ryuki on the Death Prophet, with Vaisam on the Medusa, CK on the Dazzle, and the last one is going to be Boys on the Lion. As for Awake though, Solotic playing the offlane Centaur Warrunner, with Bang, Selro, T, OP. Okay then, Bang on the Ember Spirit, Boom on the IO, leaving Lambesis on the Vengeful, and the last one is going to be Toy on the Gyrocopter. A little bit weird that he has a stand-in tag. I'm pretty sure he used to be an Awake, or am I getting them confused with Myth Trust? I'm pretty sure Awake or Toy used to be an Awake. Every now and then, of course, maybe there's been a little bit of a shuffle and he's standing in at the moment, or just he left the team but rejoined it, so he doesn't have the proper tag for the team yet, something like that. But in any case, looks like both sides will pick up one bounty rune each. Lion will be the farmer for Underminer. Already starts with boots as well, of course. I mean, your health pool kind of sucks for a Lion. Armor not all that great as well, but you're gonna have the Dazzle to keep yourself alive anyway, and you're dealing with a Centaur. Centaur though also starting with boots. And early on, Lion usually would want to go for Hex just because Earth Spike duration early on is pretty damn bad, and the damage ain't all that great either. But then again, Hex doesn't do any damage, and with the Medusa being there, they don't have any additional forms to just lock him down. I guess Poison Touch can slow him down, which Dazzle has skilled up as well. But Centaur, what will he skill up first? Is he going for the return or... Oh god, nope, never mind. For a second I thought he might get just cornered in, but CK goes in with a few right clicks. Solotic, he's gonna man up big time. Has the return, of course, as well. He doesn't have too many tangos, though, only game with a single set. Sometimes you see a crap ton of regeneration, but nobody shared tangos with him. They probably gave their tangos to the Ember Spirit, which is exactly the case. But Ember Spirit mid lane, Flame Guard helps out a little bit, but level 1 Flame Guard does nothing to really help up against Crypt Swarm. Once he gets higher levels though, he even can maybe kill off the Death Prophet if the opportunity arises for him. But early on, definitely not gonna be a fun lane. As we can see, 0-0 on the Ember Spirit. Cannot even completely rush the bottle. Has to bring out a set of tangos for himself as well. This is gonna hurt him just so damn bad, especially since the Walking Courier delivered the bottle to IO. Boom though might come into the mid lane and help out the Ember Spirit in return. But look at this, boys. He is gonna go courier hunting, guys. Or will the courier come in from the jungle? At the moment, gonna go all the way back home. Oh yeah, the tangos were in the stash. Never mind, not on the courier. My bad. But boys, can you actually do it? Or he's level 2 already. Might want to just go for a kill. Boom though. Used all his polarizers. He's gonna run into boys, and well, nothing will come of it. Just some harass going back and forth. Lion though, if he gets a haste rune, for example, maybe double damage, never mind, just a bounty. Had it been a double damage or haste, either or, I think it would have been enough for a kill. Invis would have been fine as well. But they have their own sentry, they're gonna just get the Observer Ward a little bit later than they maybe would have liked to, but at the 3rd minute mark, at least the double pull will spawn, as the tango is now being delivered out to the Ember Spirit as well. He was definitely struggling, thank god for Boom, and now finding a regen rune, which means Ember Spirit back to full HP and mana as well. Lasted twice though, 1 and 1. Oh god, still does not have his bottle. While Ryuki, 15 and 6. Oh god, JNY, he gets stunned by the magic missile first. Homing missile will follow, a few right clicks with the rocket barrage helping out. The homing missile will do the trick. The Kraken Shell helped out a little bit. That's gonna be first blood though. Gyrocopter does pick it up. Level 2 rocket barrage. You could just see how much freaking damage it does. And Even had the Tidehunter had enough HP left, he popped the Kraken Shot before the homing missile. So if the homing missile had not killed him, he would have still gotten stunned properly, and I think Awake would have probably dove it anyway. He had an IO there to back them up after all. And now just another homing missile. Boom, providing some mana regeneration for the Gyrocopter, and well, homing missile level 2, it's just such a nasty ability, it really is. Tidehunter himself cannot really rely on the tower destroying it. Especially once the homing missile goes on to level 3 or 4. Just more hits to destroy it. I mean, tower hits already 6, so he's gonna have to run real far away. He has boots, so it might be possible. Another homing missile will be there. Just completely zoning out the Tidehunter. Low Tide, still level 3 compared to Centaurs, well, almost 4. So Centaurs doing slightly better, and since First Blood has been given away already, or has been drawn, Centaur can play a little bit more just balls to the walls. Just because even if you die for an offlaner, it's not that bad of a thing to happen. Yes, it's by no means a preferable thing to happen, but it's okay-ish. And now, oh god, Chainwide, never mind, not gonna be in trouble. Death Prophet does come in to help, has a haste rune as well. So Awake did not manage to just keep the rune for themselves with the two of them. Bounty rune picked up by Centaur in the meantime, as Ember Spirit is still struggling, at least has the bottle now, but if you just look at the last hits, all in all, only the Gyrocopter is keeping up. I guess Ember Spirit is getting more and more accomplished now as well. Has the Flame Guard, only level 2 though, should have maybe waited for the level 3 Flame Guard. Now just one creeps form and suddenly there's no Flame Guard anymore, so I don't know. Of course, he probably just wanted to use some mana as well, because he wanted to get some HP back as it is anyway from the bottle, so might as well use the mana while at it. But Yuki, being extremely aggressive now, takes some damage from the tower. Gets rid of the tower aggro by just right clicking his own creep, denies the creep as well. So well done, so far the Prophet playing really well, but Solotic gets slowed down. Will they have enough damage though? There's the Hex as well, Earthspike will have to follow for them to get the kill. Earthspike finally comes out. But Medusa didn't use the Mystic Snake for some weird reason. No idea why. Now Lambesis came in with a stun. There was no follow-up though. The Centaur just didn't want to come back into this, as Ryuki does get the kill. Haste rune activated. Drops rather low himself as well. But Ember Spirit just no chance in hell against the haste. Lion of course took some heavy harassment as well there. Centaur could have gone maybe even for a suicide mission, but then again, he needed to be behind those trees to just kind of make it so that the vision for Underminer won't be there properly. But Mystic Snake level 3 will do... Well, I guess it won't do enough damage if you use it directly on the Centaur, and using it on the creeps and hoping it's gonna bounce to the Centaur isn't that reliable. But unfortunately for them, they didn't get the kill. Then again, killing the Ember Spirit mid lane for the Death Prophet solo, it's good enough. I mean, he's level 7, Ember Spirit not even level 6 yet. In the meantime, Gyrocopter level 6 as well. Has those face boots, so if JNY isn't too careful, if he's gonna get homing missile up, he might be in trouble. But 6 minutes in IO, also only level 3, so hasn't been involved in too many kills, or then again, there haven't been too many kills to begin with. But his level 6 might be kind of the turning point when they can start just go ganking big time. Solotic also doesn't have too much farm, only 3 last hits at the moment. Almost level 5, and actually Tidehunter has surpassed the Centaur now. Mid lane though. Does Bang want to jump on Ryuki? Well, he definitely does, but can he? That is the question. I think Boom might have been scouted out as well. He was in the fog, I believe. He might have come out with spirits there, but he's gonna be fine for now. Death Prophet backs into the jungle, Solotic dropping a little bit low, but if he waits a little while for the Tranquil Boost to come active once again, just get the health regeneration from it, and he's gonna be fine to go back to the lane in no time. But 7 minutes in, kill score only 1-1. Death Prophet stacking his jungle, not even farming it, at least not yet. Shamewhite tries to intercept the just side pull that Toy made, maybe get some easy farm from there, easy XP. But now looking at the last hits, Medusa doing well, but Gyrocopter just a little bit better. Some of those might be those jungle creeps from the side pulls as well. Another homing missile though. Chainwhite, I guess it's not that damaging, especially if you still have a couple of tangos left. Now Boom, he's hanging around the mid lane. Ember Spirit, 26 last hits. Oh, they're gonna go in deep. Can they get the kill with the Wisp Spirits as well? The Searing Chains is there, but Dazzle comes in, and suddenly there is no chance for the kill. Crypt Swarm even tries to turn it around. Boom, drops low, but not quite low enough. So Dazzle being there definitely helped out. Even without the Dazzle, Death Prophet might have survived that, I think. IO Spirits, only level 2. Stampede comes out to Solotic, trying to escape them. Oh god, can he TP out? Are you kidding me? The Stone Gaze is there. One more right click. Oh god, the Stone Gaze actually petrified him up. Just because I think with his TP, he faced that way. Had he faced the other way, probably would have made it out with the TP there. So, little bit unfortunate, but that's life. Now JNY might be in trouble. Magic Missile is there. The cooldown to follow as well. JNY will get slowed down. Rocket Barrage to do the damage. Homing Missile won't even have the chance to connect. So, nice kill there. Cooldown definitely strong, especially with the buffs that it received. Net worth wise though, Gyrocopter is number 1. But Medusa and Death Prophet are pretty much sharing the 2nd and 3rd position. Ryuki slightly ahead of his own Medusa. Or their team's Medusa. Mid lane now though, Bang might try to go again, at least for the Dazzle, who is only level 3. Has the 1 point into Shallow Grave though, and that just might be enough time. Because that's at least 2 Crypt Forms coming out from Death Prophet. The Shallow Grave duration. So, if I wasn't careful, he's just gonna die within their own aggression. If they go for the aggression at all, that is. But ZK gonna go try at least to stack some more. It's already a triple stack, I believe. Yes, it's a triple stack so far. And we do have a pause now. Lion, level 4.5, so he isn't getting his level 6 too fast either. Same for the Dazzle, only level 3. So supports have kind of been neglected. God damn. My just wording, so bad, so bad. But 9 minutes in, looking at the graphs as we're paused anyway, there's only about a 150 lead for Regal in net worth XP. It is slightly in Awake's favor, but it's also like 140. So pretty much the difference is absolutely nothing. 9 minutes in, you don't usually expect that big of a difference. But it's just the Gyrocopter pulling most of Awake's weight at this point. But then again, Gyrocopter can be extremely scary even early on, thanks to the Rocket Barrage homing missile, as well as the cooldown. Flak Cannon can do something, but it's not all that scary when the Gyrocopter himself doesn't do that much damage, although he's hitting for 101 damage as it is already, thanks to the help of the Face Boots. So now, looks to be going for the drums next. Might finish up a Ring of Aquila as well with the Slippers of Agility that he has. But game is on pause now. And Tidehunter is level 6 as well, so he has the Ravage. Gonna get himself some Arcane boosts as well. So mana shouldn't really be an issue, at least not for the majority of his play. As Boom has picked up a magic stick, or will pick up a magic stick if he just wants to bring it in from the courier. Also has Gauntlets of Strength, so I would assume Earn to come out. Drums finished already from the Gyrocopter. So Gyro definitely farming well, but then again, so is Ryuki still. Especially now, well, he caught up a hell of a lot with just farming up this quad stack. Because there was no center before, so they actually managed to stack it. Solotic comes in a little bit too late. Had he been on the high ground for the entire time, would have managed to leech a lot of XP. But can he go for the kill? I don't think so. As Ryuki, going for a straight up Yule Scepter. Just such a common item built on Death Prophets. JNY though, is he gonna be in trouble once again? Do they have cooldown? They do, but mid lane, oh god, Bang, he's going to Hex Stop immediately. What the hell was he thinking? Didn't have vision, but he still might be able to survive, especially with the help of Yayo. He's gonna be just fine. Stampede was used as well. They might go for CK, who has a Shallow Grave. Oh god, the Ravage comes in though, lands onto Toy, cannot even activate his cooldown in time, and the cooldown will connect on CK. Immediately gets the kill as well. It's going to be a 1-for-1, but definitely not favoring them. As never mind, Solotic with a haste rune, he gets 1 kill. No Hoofstomp anymore, but he's just going to chase down boys. Boys so freaking squishy. Gets the Earth Spike though. Solotic haste will wear off as well. The Double Edge, so that's all he needs. Nope, the Hex is there. Double Edge even might not be enough as the Death Prophet goes down in the meantime to Toy. Now with the extra movement speed of the Tether, oh, they're gonna have to back off. So unfortunate, but they get the kills anyway. So now if they escape without giving away any, they're gonna be just fine. And they were spirited by back, never mind, just a really fast respawn, being only level 7. So Awake, they do win the fight. I do believe it was, yeah, the kill score was 2 in before this. So Gyrocopter, although the Ravage stopped the cooldown from coming out immediately, they still got the important kills. They got the Death Prophet down. Medusa, yes, arguably was free farming at the same time. It's not that bad, although they don't want to lose the tier 1, and with that in mind, Toy has come to the bottom lane. Now homing missile into the Medusa instead of the Tidehunter, just because they've switched lanes. But Rocket Barrage as well, yes, it will come out. Is he gonna go for the cooldown as well? Nope, just wants to Rocket Barrage and get some of the mana shield down on the Medusa. Solotic, of course, he's around now as well. They will have the Stampede in 1 second. But, oh god, this Observer did spot out the center coming in. So it's not gonna come as a surprise. Mid lane though, Bang, does he have a Remnant behind somewhere? Well, he's gonna have it now and uses the just activate Remnant just to be on the safe side. Maybe Ryuki did go for the value point into silence. We of course can see that he hasn't gone for it. But they get the tower down. Soon enough they're most likely gonna get the tier 1 bottom as well. So I guess Death Prophet is accomplishing its goal so far. I mean, 12 minutes in, you don't expect the Death Prophet to go for like any mass pushes anyway. So just getting a tier 1 mid lane is all well. Eul Scepter finish now as well. Gonna be even faster, but bottom lane, oh god, Medusa in so much trouble. Double damage Ember comes in. Searing Change will be there, but there isn't the Medusa Stone Gate. Oh god, it actually managed to get Toy. Toy pops the cooldown, it's gonna hit on 2 as well. There's the Stampede. Is it gonna be enough? Hoofstomp lands on 2, but the Shallow Grave buying some valuable time for Ryuki. They get the counter kill. Toy though, he's going berserk, but Vaisam is still alive. Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Is it really gonna be a maybe even a 3-4-1 as Toy? He's gonna go down as well, I would believe so. Can they get some slows? No poison touch still on cooldown. Toy is trying to outrun them with the drums, although Ryuki is a little bit too fast. If he gets the Eul Scepter, no. Didn't go for the Eul, which is now. There's the minus armor. Boom comes in as well. If they relocate, they need to get the magic missile. That's exactly what they get as well. They need the rocket barrage. No, not enough mana. It creeps from Protem solo, but Vaisam will go down anyway. Homing missile was actually activated, so my bad. That was where his mana went, I guess. But my god, my freaking god. What crazy fights. Of course, Medusa hung around maybe a little bit too long there. Should have maybe backed off completely. But the initial turnaround for Regal was nice. Awake, they were the ones just initiating, but Medusa's Stone Gaze, it just stunned up the Charcopter. Medusa was like here, Chara was here, still got petrified, couldn't use the cooldown immediately, so Medusa didn't even get hit by it. Otherwise it would have been an easy kill on Medusa. They wouldn't have had to chase all that far. I mean, Charcopter was like here at one point. At least he survives in the end. Mid lane now, boys, he's gonna get Searing Chains up. Oh god. There was literally no chance for him. No freaking chance in hell. And funny to see that there's not even a single point of Sleight of Fist. It's not that damaging early on when you don't have damage items, plus when Sleight of Fist is only level 1. But sometimes it's just that little bit you need, and it gives you just a higher initiation range without having to use the charges on your remnants. Or just get like a follow-up kill, or maybe even dodge something if there's enough creeps or units to just have the Sleight of Fist last a long duration. But Ryuki on the Death Prophet, still farming extremely well, actually number 1 now in net worth. Charcopter, since he joined the fights, he has fallen off a little bit. I mean, he's 4-0 and 1 himself as well. Has Ayasha now finished. Not even too sure if he will go for a BKB. I mean, Stone Gaze will go for BKB anyway. I guess against Lyon it's nice, and against Tide Hunter. But the rest of the 3 heroes are mostly physical damage. But this will be another tier 1 going down. The glyph is used at least. So Wake, do not miss this opportunity. But they're not going to be able to contest this tier 1. It goes down. Maybe stop the tier 2 push though. Toy will come in though. Has to be careful. There's the Eul Scepter. Oh god, he cannot get hexed or anything like that after this. Silence is there as well. They do get the gush, but there's no follow-ups. The B comes out. There's the Ravage. Toy still alive. The cooldown will hit all 4. Make it 5 with the second bounce as well. My freaking god. Exorcism does come out. The Medusa Stone Gaze stops banging for a little bit, and well, no Sleight of Fist to chase down Ryuki now. Sleight of Fist Searing Change would have gotten the kill. They got him so low. Charcopter in the end did go down. Well, they got 2 in the turn, plus they got the Tide Hunter Ravage on cooldown and the Death Prophet Exorcism. Still 1 point into Sleight of Fist earlier, might have meant a kill on the Death Prophet, maybe even 2 of them. And with that fight, Centaur has himself a blink now as well. So that fight, in all honesty, still went fairly well for Awake. I mean, only losing 1. Maybe, just maybe, they can get the tier 1 in return, although they don't have the greatest of pushing coming out. So, not too sure if they're gonna be able to accomplish that feat. And they're not even gonna go in too deep for it at all. Bang will maybe try to do a little bit, maybe even activate Flame Guard, although might want to save Flame Guard for the off chance that Regal will TP in. Never mind, there's the Flame Guard. Toy comes in as well. Won't use the Flak Cannon though, because I guess it's not necessary to use the Flame Guard and the Flak Cannon both. It's fast enough as it is with one of them used. But this is going to be a tier 1. Doesn't look like Regal want to contest without any of their ultimates being there. And I'm not too sure if in the last fight Lion actually got a long range finger onto Charcopter to kill him. I think that might have been it. But looking at the graphs, net worth is still slightly in the lead for Regal, but considering they are 1 tower ahead at this point, it's not that promising. Although, make it 2 towers as they will claim another tier 1. XP though, almost 2,500 for the side of Awake. So not looking too shabby. Blink Dagger though picked up on Titan. That is a huge item pickup. Pretty much the same for Solotix. Blink Dagger on the center. Who has a Stampede ready as well. Has just enough mana to use both the Hoofstomp as well as the Stampede at the moment. And they want to just camp out somebody mid lane. Bang will slowly try to push it out, I guess. Going for a Yasha of his own. I guess. Is he really going for a Manta style first? But Misam, he gets caught, but he gets the mana shield just before the Hoofstomp, and he's gonna be just fine. Doesn't even need his ultimate. Boys, not gonna catch up to Bang, but there's the cooldown. The relocate came in as well. Cooldown will hit one. It's only CK, I think. Second one will completely whip. So that cooldown doesn't do much of anything. Even the Stampede was used. Stun comes out, but JNY, he's there with the Blink, with the Ravage, just coming off cooldown. Homing Missile will do a little bit, but it's gonna be destroyed. Too many ranged heroes in the vicinity. So that relocate was a little bit of a fail, of course. Lion, really nice reactions, getting the Earthspike on both heroes that relocated in. Cooldown didn't do much of anything either. Of course, cooldown, not a long cooldown or anything. Relocate, a little bit longer, but not that big of a deal either. As Weiser now, he's gonna get Homing Missile up. Make it so that he cannot at least free farm. Although his farm is still acceptable, to say the least. But looks like Underminer, they are on the hunt for something, anything. They want blood. If they get like a Yule Scepter, Lambesis is gonna be so screwed. Oh, Ryuki wants to chase him down, never mind. Gonna think better of it. But they might just go for the push. I mean, they have their ultimates. Why the hell not? Even Finger of Death is ready, which has, I think, 160-second cooldown on level 1. Yes, 160 seconds. So for Lion, it's usually rather crucial that you get those early levels. The faster you get level 16, Finger of Death only a 60-second cooldown. But Yuki now, he's pretty tanky with the Road of Aethys there for him. They are going for the tower. JNY still has the Ravage, so Awake might not want to fight straight into that. But then again, they have the relocate if need be. They can try to backstab as Vaisam. He wouldn't be able to join the fight. His DP is also on cooldown. JNY will get stunned. Oh, the Yule Scepter straight into the center as he came in. The silence will whiff, as will the Earthspike. So now there's the chance for the relocate. Comes in from behind. Ravage will catch at least 2, maybe 3 toy. He's gonna go down thanks to the Finger of Death, but they got quite a lot of damage done. Shallow Grave keeps JNY alive for a little while longer as the stun lands on Ryuki. Can they get the Death Prophet down? If they can, it's gonna be huge. Just Boom himself gets the kill on Tidehunter. So in the end, a 4-for-1 toy once again just got focused by the Finger. He's going for the BKB next though. At least I would think this Ogre Club will go into the BKB. So once he gets a BKB, Underminer, they're gonna have to find a new hero to go on. Maybe Io, but Io this time around had the haste as well. So, excellent fight, a 4-for-1, and although Charcopter dies, it's not the end of the world, especially if they get this tier 1, but can they get the tier 1? That's the question. Dazzle TPing in, Vaisam, he's around as well, Stonegaze is already in cooldown, Solotic gets the Hoofstomp, stun CK, he's gonna go down before he manages to do anything at all. Solotic has the weave on him, now Lambesis, why the hell did you stick around? No clue. So it was a support for support in the end, they don't get the tower either. Lambesis should have just gotten the hell out of there. Boom though. Has a casual cloak at the moment. Might be going for a full of pipe even. Maybe, maybe not. Mech would still be an excellent choice as well, I think. Just extra armor to safeguard against the exorcism as well a little bit. But looking at the Ember now, up to 2.1k gold. Not doing that hot, but they are just getting better and better. Of course, they're winning fights, so it's kind of to be expected. Almost a 2k net worth lead for them now. About a 4k XP as well as, unfortunately, we have another pause. Just delays, delays, delays. But sorry, go. We are ready again. Thank God for that. So it's still anybody's game to take. Nobody has a clear advantage or anything. Nice. Well, we'll see where the next big fight will break out. If you're awake, you might want to just pick a fight yourself, knowing that the Ravage is still on cooldown, and you still once again have the Stampede, as well as the Relocate, ready. So theoretically, fighting should be extremely easy for them at the moment. Exorcism still also on cooldown for 18 seconds, and well, they're gonna go in, they're gonna get JNY as well. There's the Relocate. Never mind, no Relocate, just coming in. Cooldown does secure the kill. Solotic drops low. Oh god, but the Petrify made it so that he took no damage at all from the Crypt Swarm. So he's gonna survive for now. They have the weave on them on some of their heroes, so they're gonna back off. Just fine with the one kill that they got. With good reason as well, to be honest. Boom. With the regen rune, he's gonna get Solotic back to full HP in no time. Just activate the overcharge, you lose your own HP and mana, but with the regen rune, you don't mind at all. As we have another pause. This time it's the IO disconnecting, my god. This best of 3 will probably end in like 2 hours or something. If it's free, if it goes to all 3 games, probably this best of 3 will end in another 3 hours from now. That's just how Southeast Asia works, guys. I'm just gonna use this pause to drink a little bit of water then. Man, water. The juice of life. Although juice, I guess, is a bad word to say. The liquid of life? I don't know. Something along those lines, I guess. But do we have any big item progression? I mean, Linken's is done on Medusa, but what the hell will a Linken's actually do this game? Okay, you're gonna be able to protect against one homing missile, a swap, or a magic missile. That's about it. Not too sure how worthy of an item Linken Sphere is this game for the Medusa. I guess you definitely don't want to get swapped out of position, but kind of a waste of gold, it feels like. I mean, yes, it's nice to get some mana and health regeneration from the item, but I'm not overly convinced in this game. If you're like a Doombringer or lots of just single target long lockdown that you definitely want to avoid, like hexes and everything. Maybe he's thinking about late game hexes, but who would even build it? I guess IO could be one, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit awkward. IO still disconnected, unfortunately for us. Which kinda sucks, of course. So I'm gonna just start checking heroes. I do have to say that this cosmetic looks freaking retarded. It makes his forehead way too high, I think. And well, I guess Lion isn't supposed to be pretty. It's not like that ugly either, to be honest. Just weird. Not ugly, just weird. Special, a very special day for a very special little lion. Okay guys, if you pause anymore, I'm gonna go absolutely mental, as I'm halfway there already. So I guess we don't have any massive sets anywhere. Vengeful Spirit don't think he like has any cosmetics. Always looks the same to me. So we do have a reconnect on Yayo. And I'm gonna make it go dark. Boom. I wish there was a way. Maybe there is a way, guys. Do you know if there is? If you know, let me know as well. That can you make it that it would look like that the entire time? No, Yayo, don't leave the river. No. They might find somebody though. Lincoln is activated on Vice and Bang comes into the remnant just a little bit short of the Medusa. Oh god, if they went a little bit down, they still see the Medusa. Can they get the kill? Searing Chains, Hoof Stomp to follow as well. He's so low on mana already, but a nice Earth Spike will land on 2. There's the Exorcism as well, Solotic. He's royally screwed. No Stampede to use as well. Bang. No remnants left behind. They were still on cooldown, so that was a misplay by them. Lambes is gonna lose his life as well to the spirits, I believe. Smoke breaks immediately. Oh god, no, but never mind, the Gashi's there, so he's gonna go down. Boom, that cannot keep him alive. Cooldown will slow down the couple of heroes so they won't lose anymore, but that's just 3 heroes lost. They were the ones going aggressive, and that just goes to show how hard it can be actually to kill a Medusa. And this Medusa isn't even all that farmed yet. That was a huge blunder for Awake. I mean, they cannot allow this to happen. And suddenly with that fight, Lion has himself a Blink, so Blink Hex will be there. Oh god, Awake. That was just horrible. What can I say? I thought like easy jump on the Medusa, but the Lion was close by. Got a nice double maneuver spike. And that was without the Ravage as well. It was just too over eager by Awake. They could have gone for Roshan. They have the Wave of Terror after all maxed out even as well. -6 armor. The Rocket Barrage to speed the things up as well. But do we have a BKB at least? Almost. Toy needs another 300. Well, less now. Gold for it. So with the BKB, he can just stand in the front lines somewhat, but he has to make sure that he won't be just the sole focus of a Death Prophet when you're just like straight next to the hero or something. But looks like Tidehunter is going for a mech of his own now as well. So far, just has the headdress. I guess there's a tiny chance that it's gonna be a pipe, which is the item that the IO is going for. It's like decent-ish elf regeneration, I guess. And it's nice against Lion's Burst. Even the Ravage damage does a little bit, and the Crypt Swarms. We'll see though. Now with the BKB awake, it's up to them to just kind of try to regain control of the fight. But Blink Lion fighting into Ravage and Exorcism, it's not gonna be an easy feat, especially if Ryuki himself is gonna get himself a BKB on the Death Prophet. That's gonna make things just even harder. But Ember Spirit finally going for a Battle Fury by the looks of it. Has the Claymore, has the Broadsword. Just needs the Perseverance now. About 900 gold away from that. He purchased something, maybe a TP, so a little bit more gold. Oh god, Seeker though, he's gonna get caught. Hoofstomp will land just barely on the edge. Double Edge to follow. Magic Missile does get the kill. Maxed out after all. So they get one. Not that important of a kill, but they relocated for it. And oh, they don't know that they... Oh god, they're gonna go back with 2, I believe, and they're both gonna die. Yep, they go back. Toy doesn't get this BKB off before the Ravage either. So he gets the BKB, but can he even escape? He pops the cooldown. He's gonna go for boys. His absolute man mode. Wants to get Yuki's well, Rocket Barrage. Does a lot of damage for some reason. Well, now there's the homing missile. Exorcism comes out. Heal Scepter to buy some time. There's the Stampede though. They need a little bit more, but Heal Scepter already dodged. Never mind. Toy does get the double kill. So in the end, a 2 for 2. But if you consider the dazzle kill as well, it's a 2 for 3. There's the Hoofstomp onto Bison. They know Stampede, not Stampede, but the Stone Gaze and cooldown now. Chain White, Searing Chase is there. They need a few more right clicks and they will have enough. But Solotic drops low to the double edge of his own. One more right click. Oh god, Bison, that's all he needs. He gets it as well. And with the split shot, he gets the Vengeful. Ember Spirit just barely makes it out there. Weave just a tad too strong, I guess. So in the end, it's still Underminer coming out ahead just because Awake they chose to go in too deep. Using the double edge on a Medusa was just not the greatest of decisions either. It's just because, well, Mana Shield OP, guys. Mana Shield OP. That was just... Oh god. I'm at the lack for words. That fight was so weird. Gyrocopter, had he managed to pop the BKB before the Ravage, things would have been probably a hell of a lot better for them. It still went fine considering that they got ganked like that when they came with the relocate back and didn't get the BKB off before the Ravage. But at least Bang will have his Battle Fury now. 25 minutes in with having a Yasha as well. It's not that bad of a timing at all. But Medusa, after the last fight, #1 in net worth, gonna have his Manta style now as well. So he's getting stronger and stronger as well. And it's just, his damage, yes, can be compared to the Gyrocopter, but the survivability is far higher for the Medusa. If Awake had like a Necrobook, maybe it would be a little bit easier, but late game Necrobook is also just fodder for the Medusa with the split shot. As boys, gets a haste rune. Stampede was used, but thanks to the haste rune, Lion was just fast enough to escape anyway. But when are we finally gonna see Roshan? 26 minutes in already. And Awake, I guess they're a little bit afraid of just fighting in the Roche pit when there's a Ravage, and now, well, there's a mech as well on Tidehunter. So they're gonna have to go through even more health now on Underminer. Pipe though also finished an IO, so I guess it helps a tiny bit. As Tazzle, he was split pushing. It's so funny to see just support split pushing like real men. But mech is done, Mata style finished on Medusa. Looking at the graphs again, it's still slightly in the favor of Awake, about 600-700 net worth. XP though almost completely zeroed out now. So both teams have had their chance at glory so far. And both teams have managed to just kind of gamble it away. I guess Awake were farther ahead than Underminer were at any point in the game. Net worth wise, more or less the same. XP wise, a huge lead for Awake comparing the highest for Underminer earlier on. But BKB almost completed for the Death Prophet. Oh, the Blink Hex onto Punk! Can they get the follow-up? The silence will be there as well. Nice swap though! Oh god, the Finger of Death. It was the longest one. It just followed the swap, so Ember Spirit goes down anyway, and now they're gonna get Lambesis as well. He tried to be the sacrificial lamb, almost just got away with it. But Finger of Death just a tad too strong in that case. Flame Guard, of course. Ember Spirit didn't have any chance to activate it. Blink Hex just immediate lockdown. So 2 more kills once again. Exorcism was also used. How long does it last for? Never mind. It's gonna wear off before they reach the tower. But I think they're gonna get the tier 2 anyway if they just keep on going. I don't think there's anything for them to be afraid of when just 2 heroes are dead. In Awake they're trying to split push, but their push just isn't that great. Fortification already comes out as well. So if Underminer decide to go for tier 3s within the next 6-7 minutes, they're not gonna have, or well, next 5 minutes I guess, they're not gonna have the glyph ready. But boom, he has the pipe, but his health pool is still rather low, so we'll see how much the pipe will actually make a difference. Toy now up to 3k gold on the Gyrocopter. Maybe he wants to finish up a meta style of his own. Maybe he wants to go for like a Monkey King bar is a usual choice for Gyrocopters. Maybe even go for some form of lifesteal, Satanic. Although usually before Satanic you would want to actually get some damage. And now finally there's the minus armor from the wave of terror coming through of the Vengeful. He's staying so far back for the potential of his swap. Roshan going down pretty damn slow. Of course the later you go for Roshan the harder it is when you actually don't have an increase in damage, and Gyrocopter just not that strong yet. Finally Bang will come in as well. Probably will pick up the Aegis for himself because Toy has a BKB and Boom will be just completely stalking Toy anyway all the time. But never mind, Butterfly will be the choice for Toy. I guess that's not that bad of an item to go for. Gives you damage. With the active you can even just make a run for it. If you have the drums and activate Butterfly, quite a lot of movement speed, at least unless I'm mistaken. The new Butterfly has movement speed, right? Yes! Whew! For a second I was like, maybe I'm completely full of shit, but nope. I did not dream that change. So he has the Eagle Song, increases the damage a little bit, attack speed by quite a lot. But Medusa up to another 2k gold as well, still number 1 in net worth. Death Prophet just rather close behind, being the number 3. But has the BKB, has more or less all the crucial items that you would want. Maybe like AC or Shiva's card next. Cooldown will come in to just stop the push, which it does extremely successfully. But now Underminer, they might just go for forcing it. I mean, oh, JY, never mind, he gets scouted out by the Wisp Balls. But I think they're still gonna go for the tower. They have every single ultimate ready, and they know Gyrocopter does not have the cooldown for a little bit longer. So Lotte coming in from behind, does get pinged out, picks up an Invis rune as well. Do we have detection? I actually don't think so. Boys, is he trying to act as bait for the Centaur at the moment? Or did they really not see the Invis rune? No, actually they might not have seen the Invis, not too sure. But Solotic will find CK. With the relocate, is there going to be a relocate? He's trying to go for the solo kill at the moment. CK is still alive. Shadow Green, there's the relocate. TP out. It's actually going to be successful as well. Oh man, so just relocate, wasted or baited out. They need to relocate immediately after the hoof stomp, I think, for it to work. Solotic, he was like, guys, I got it myself. Then he was like, oh crap, nope, I don't have it myself. Relocate in, but by then it was too late already. Yeah, it looks like Wisem is gonna go for the Skadi now, has the point booster already. That of course will mean that Medusa gonna get a hell of a lot tankier. It's not even funny how hard it's gonna be to just bring this Medusa down when he finishes up his items like that. It's gonna have so much HP, a huge mana pool as well, and the Wake still they have absolutely nothing, and they will, I think, for the remainder of the game have absolutely nothing to drain the mana except for just good hard damage. At least Ember Spirit up to another 3k gold, gets the Searing Chains onto Wisem, who just barely tickles from it. But 17 to 20 the kill score now. Net worth is about 2500 in the favor of Regal. XP 2k as well. So they're definitely looking good at this point. 32 minutes in. We have a, I guess, reasonable amount of kills. More than 1 kill per minute at the very least. But definitely feels like things have slowed down now. Just Awake, they are the ones trying to go aggressive. But Underminer, they are grouped up well enough to just punish Awake if they go for mindless aggression. But they're just farming up. They feel like they probably have the better late game, and it's hard to say who has the better one. I mean, Dazzle with the weave is going to be great regardless. Death Prophet will start falling off really late into the game, but I guess with the weave being there after Dazzle, it's gonna help out still a lot. Medusa is gonna be an absolute beast. Lion is great in any stage of the game just because of the Blink Hex. Tidehunter is going for the 4 staff now, but at one point probably gonna have a refresher as well. Then again, on Awake, Gyrocopter is a beast. Centaur, if he gets enough farm, is gonna be just not unkillable, but at least when you try to bring him down, you're gonna have to suffer a lot of damage yourself from the return mostly. Unless Exorcism just does you in. Ember Spirit is also pretty damn great unless you get Blink Hexed. So at one point, oh, they catch Visam. There's the Hoof Stomp to fall as well, but the TPs are already coming. They just don't have nearly enough damage to bring down the Medusa. Oh man, Bang, he's still even hanging around. He has the Aegis, has a Haste Rune as well. And they're gonna go for CK now. Sleight of Fist is there. No, oh god, the Searing Chains only connect on Visam, not on the Dazzle. The Courier does come in now. Another Sleight of Fist and a Remnant out. But that is the Skadi finish for Visam. Lion still hanging really far back. Doesn't have a TP scroll. So, wow, Medusa, he got the deny. There's the Stampede. They want to catch up. Never mind. Blink just not far enough. Bang gets the Searing Chains, but he's gonna go down. Just Visam brings him down with a few right clicks. That was huge misplays. Solotic might try to still go in, but never mind. They're going to Remnant out Solotic. Though he gets slowed down. There's no Stampede. Swap saves him for a little while, but in the end he dies. Now Lion comes in as well. Lambesi is gonna get hexed up. That was just god awful coming out from Awake. And Bang now. Does he have Remnants? Oh my god. He's gonna stay around, but he doesn't have Aegis anymore. Remnants out with the haste. He's gonna be able to survive, but... Or is it not Blink Ravage catches him? There's gonna be an Earth Spike to follow as well. Bang, he goes down as well. 3 for freaking 0. That's what I said about mindless freaking aggression. At least just have the IO Charp to relocate in behind the tier 2 then or something. That was just extremely bad. At least they get the tier 2. But guys, do not feed the Medusa. Gyrocopter at least has the butterfly finished, but... Gyrocopter at this point feels like he might be the only one with enough damage output to possibly kill a Medusa. So if they can, like anyhow, just maybe try to kill everybody else apart from the Medusa. But then again, you can't really ignore him, especially now that he has the Skadi as well. You cannot outrun him, cannot really kite him very well. There's only one 4 staff and that's on the Centaur at this point. And even if you swap somebody, Venture Spirit himself will more or less guaranteed die straight after. Awake, they haven't really got any proper initiation for god knows how long in the Underminer. They have been ready for most of what Awake have been doing. And still the pipe on Boom, and I don't know. Especially since you're gonna be relocating in later. Mech also gives you the double heal, which you cannot say for pipe. I mean, Mech maybe doesn't give you as much base health regeneration, but... It's just the fact that if the 3 others get caught and they relocate in, they might be too late to use the pipe anyway. So, pipe is more like a we're grouped up, gonna activate pipe to get max value out of it and go, something like that. I guess if your relocate is fast enough into the middle of everybody, it's gonna be just fine, but... You really have to choose where you relocate to as well. 36 minutes in, kill score now 20 to 20. Net worth, it's not that big of a difference to be honest, 36 minutes in, being about 3k ahead. XP though, nearing 10,000, so that's a little bit of a bigger deal. And also, just Medusa getting farmed, 3.1k gold in the bank. At least Gyrocopter is fairly farmed himself, has a Demon Edge now. Most likely will be the Monkey King bar. But oh, the stomp onto Chain White, the relocate will come as well. Tidehunter doesn't have the Ravage, so he's gonna go down here. So he even pops the BKB. They didn't have the perfect time. The cooldown will come in. They're gonna get CK as well. I think Shadow Grave was already used. Nope, the Spike is there. Toy does not get hit thanks to the BKB. They gave it the 1 kill, but can they escape? Yes, they can. So in the end, it's gonna be a 1-for-1. They get the Exorcism on cooldown as well, so that's something. And oh god, there's a finished Heart of Trask on Ryuki. But the Exorcism actually being on cooldown is pretty huge. Unless Spunk hangs around. Well, there's the Scepter. Can they get the Silence? Never mind. They're going to go for the easier target. Lambesi is going to get slowed down. And well, even the TP is not fast enough when you're dealing with a level 3 Exorcism straight next to you. So a 2-for-1 in the end. Underminer once again coming out ahead. Toy's BKB, of course. I guess he wouldn't have gotten more value out of it anyway, just because they were relocating out or back out after the BKB ended, more or less. So it wasn't that big of a deal, and he didn't get hit by the Earth Spike at least, thanks to that. So they actually managed to run away to buy the time necessary for the relocate to go back out. But this is just a weird game. Just weird decisions coming out from both. It has been mostly Awake getting punished for their over-aggression. But Funk, does he have any other items? Yes, a Crystallis will come out for the Ember Spirit. So damage definitely is increasing for Awake as well, especially if the Monkey King bar is going to be finished. He's going to have enough gold soon enough, but does he want to save for buyback or not? So far, or at the moment rather, Medusa, Dazzle, Io and the Gyrocopter are the only ones to have buyback, and actually it's pretty huge that both the Io and the Gyrocopter have it. Never mind, Gyro just purchased up the Monkey King bar. But that's a combination that can definitely both buy back and just relocate and join the fight again. Of course, it depends how the first fight goes. If you relocate it into that, then there's no point. But well, in theory, as long as Io has buyback and relocate, anybody else who has buyback as well is going to be a decent-ish combination. But, oh, they jump in, but there's so much in trouble now. CK, the mech is there. Blink X, Solotic, he's so screwed. Bang, just make a run for it. You cannot save Solotic. They even popped a Ravage for that. Okay, that was... I'm not too sure if it was even worth it. I mean, yes, it's nice to kill a center 60 seconds without him. Monkey King bar now, finish the Medusa, and that's gonna be huge. That just means that this butterfly is more or less completely useless. And we need another pause. Goddamn. Pauses, PC issues. So this game supposedly should have started 1 hour and 14 minutes ago as I say this. And first of all, the game started like almost 20 minutes late, I think. So let's just put it like that. For a 39-minute game, okay, let's give the draft 10 minutes as well. For a 49-minute game, we have needed 1 hour and 14 minutes. So we have had at least a minimum of 25 minutes of just mindless waiting. I guess it's not all that much. So Monkey King bars on both Toy as well as Medusa, but Medusa's Monkey King bar brings a little bit more value just because I don't think there's any evasion coming out for Underminer themselves, at least not yet. And Medusa might not even go for a butterfly at all, might go for just straight of damage like a Daedalus next. Which I have to say wouldn't be too bad of an item probably. I guess butterfly isn't still too bad either. Just dodging the Ember Spirit at least. Ember Spirit, I guess he might go for a Monkey King bar later on as well if he actually sees it. And well, Crystal is still to be delivered to the Ember Spirit. And we are ready once again. God, this is gonna be such a long series. I don't think anybody's joining me either, so fun times ahead, fun times ahead. I guess HeflaTV has too many Americans who have crappy time zones. At least for Southeast Asian Dota. But TP's come already back Shameway though, of course everybody knows he doesn't have a Ravage. Or Awake should be aware of it, I mean one of their heroes tied to the Ravage after all. But that's a Gyrocopter, having the Monkey King bar delivered out now. Boom is staying at a safe distance to be able to just defend his Gyrocopter if need be. Who pops the cooldown, catches JNY with one of the clicks. Definitely just wanted to zone them out and go for the tier 2, which is cliffed up. So no tier 2 for now. Looking at the buybacks, Death Prophet still has one, and oh god, this is gonna be Roshan. They pop the Exorcism immune for it. They want to do it fast without Awake having any chance at all to just come and contest. Of course, it's gonna be some nice gold. Aegis might go to Vice and might go to the Death Prophet. Although if you go give it to the Medusa, how the hell are Awake supposed to kill him twice? The only way is just kill off the rest of the 4 apart from the Medusa and then 5v1 Medusa, I think. I mean, Awake they have a reasonable amount of damage, both magical and physical, but Medusa is just that big of a pain in the ass. And if they're actually S5, I just see struggles in the future for Awake in just properly winning fights. Of course, you can never underestimate the Gyrocopter's Flak Cannon, for example, but Split Shot, cannot really underestimate that either at the same time. Solotic though now, he is going for a BKB up against the Exorcism as well as Io Sky. It doesn't really do too much to you though. And even the Death Gaze, the Stone Gaze. Gyrocopter does get the tier 2 down. So that's a positive that that one at least did not get denied. I do believe the tier 1 on the same lane did get denied by the Medusa. Or at least some tower was denied by Visam, who only has 1 death so far, 6, 1 and 6. Net worth wise, actually Medusa and Gyro are almost equal now. So I guess Medusa isn't that much scarier, but his survivability plus of course the double eyes. But Chain White, never mind. Gonna get the blink out before he takes any damage. Awake, they actually kind of lack the initiation if Solotic isn't around. Maybe Sleight of Fist steering change from like the trees would be enough as well. But it's just trying to split push, trying to buy some time. Late game, like I said already before, it's kind of hard to say who has the clear upper hand. It really depends on like how great of a Ravage Underminer get, for example. Or how big of a Stone Gaze they get as well. Because Stone Gaze is just probably gonna screw over the Gyrocopter at least, probably. As Bang now goes all the way back home. That did leave a remnant into the trees though. So he wants to come back to split push, I guess. Gyrocopter and Io though, not even gonna try to attempt to just poke Visam at all. But there is a regeneration rune on Io, so that might play a huge part in the next fight. Although Solotic, oh god, is he gonna win again? Yes! But boys, he's immediately there. Blink, Hex, Earthspark to follow as well. The relocate, is he coming? Yes, it is. No Boots of Trials by Visam. There's Toy. No PKB yet. He gets ravaged up and he's gonna go down to the exorcism. Oh god, it's a disaster. Io goes down next. Bang, gonna get silenced up. Can they really get the kill? Never mind. Has the Manta Style, uses the remnant as well. Sleight of Fist steering change will buy some time. He's still slowed down though, the Road of Atos. Oh no, he doesn't get to the low ground. Chain White blinked in anyway, and another Sleight of Fist to try to buy some time. It's a 4 for 1. There's a gem of 2 sight on the ground somewhere. And this is, even with the buybacks, I think this is still gonna be Rax. Although Underminer now are lacking all of the ultimates themselves. So never mind, they're gonna be just satisfied with having 2 of the cores buy back. And they still have 2 minutes on the Aegis, so there is no real rush for them. But man, just Solotic hasn't had the greatest of games. I have to say, boys on the Lion, he has made so much happen for Underminer. He has been there with nice Earth Spikes, the Hex as well. Of course his own buyback maybe was a little bit premature, but they were like, oh guys, yes, go high ground, oh we got this, we got this. But they did get the gem. Never mind, it might have been their own gem on the ground from the Lion dying. I guess at least they didn't win the gem from that fight then. Still low, net worth, it's increasing for now. XP as well, the buybacks are the things that hurt them most. Because if they lose the Ember Spirit or the Gyrocopter again, I think that's like the cue for Underminer to go and... Well, there's a Refresher Orb on Ryuki, so it's gonna be a lot easier. Use one Exorcism for a fight, then use the second one for the push. And he's just so damn tanky as well. Doesn't have the greatest amount of armor, but I guess Dazzle kind of helps out with that. As Tide will have his own Refresher Orb as well in about 1.3k gold or so. Just needs the Perseverance. What do we have? Do we have any big items at all coming out? I mean, Toy as well as Bang, they might as well just buy out anything because they're not gonna have buyback for another 5 minutes anyway. But Visam, he's in the front lines. Lincoln's is popped. Gonna be just fine. Those Searing Chains really don't do anything to him. And still has the Aegis. Oh, Lambes is... Well, at least there's no Daedalus, so that's a positive, I guess. But Aegis is gonna be reclaimed in like 15 to 20 seconds. Exorcism number 1, it comes out. Still has the Refresher, of course, Visam. He has to make sure that he doesn't die. Oh, he pops the BKB. Movestomp will be missed. The cooldown is there. But Ryuki is just gonna stand his ground. Has the BKB, of course. But the Glyph is there. But the tier 1 will go down anyway. Just sooner or later. Probably sooner. And now Bang, he gets hexed up. The silence is there as well on 2, but BKB Solotic gets a nice double hoofstomp. But the Ravage is there in return. They need to get some kills though. Solotic drops low. Bang is low as well. He's gonna come back in. He cannot die here. Neither can Toys. But his slowdown is gonna go down. And that is no buyback Gyrocopter. And Ryuki still has a more or less fresh Exorcism. Gonna go for the mid lane next. Boom. I think it's gonna escape unless there's a Eul Scepter. Road of Atos first. No Eul Scepter. Oh god, not even needed. Are you kidding me? No, never mind. There's the Eul Scepter. He was waiting for the tether to go out. Oh no, the Searing Chains. Boom. He's actually gonna survive. And now the Exorcism is gonna wear off as well. But I think they're still gonna get the second set of racks. And that is GG called. Awake just could not do enough with the momentum that they gained earlier on. Nice hoof stomp though, will land on all 5 from that position. Pretty perfect positioning, but Regal, they do take game number 1. It wasn't all that convincing, but in the end, from some point onwards, it felt like Awake, they just couldn't do anything at all anymore. Just do not let a Medusa farm as much as you did. And in the future, go for some more controlled aggression. This time around, it was a lot of just fights that were lost because they were in a little bit too deep in enemy territory. Didn't account for proper TP rotations, which happened nicely from Regal. TP assistance was always there. But guys, this is a best of 3, so we're gonna have a chance to actually get to a game 3 when Awake wins game number 2, or if they win it. But as I say that, I'm gonna head into next lobby now. If you enjoyed the cast, you can follow HeflaTV for more on HeflaTV on both Facebook and Twitter. For me personally, it is @Coucher everywhere pretty much, and see you guys for game number 2.